As far as, like, my upcoming with Christ, I was born and raised in the church, right?
Okay.
And just like Don, like, my parents didn't go to church, but my grandparents went to church.
Okay.
So, every time I was over there, I went to church with them. I was always in Sunday school. I got baptized,
Okay.
at a young age in that church. And, you know, progressing throughout the years, I just kind of strayed away from God, 'cause started smoking weed
Mhm.
and, just hanging out with people who, weren't living that lifestyle. Um, then I think it came to really, like, a couple years ago, my grandparents, they just decided to invite me back to church.
Mm.
And I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna try it." I feel like I'm in the time where, like, I feel like I was kind of trying to do everything on my own without, like, seeking out God, because I think that, like, in our nature as men, we try to have all the answers, right? We try to have it all figured out without asking for help.
Mhm.
And so I was like, let me try. Let me go back and let me see what it's like." And, like, that moment, like, we started worshiping, and, like, I just felt the conviction. I was like, "God, like, I'm so sorry, like, I was, like, led astray," and, and that's how I kinda got back into church. But prior to that, I moved out on my own. I was in South End Charlotte, so if anybody knows what that is, it's like a party city, right? So you got bars, clubs, like, literally, like, on every single block, everywhere you go. And so I remember one night I was on my balcony, and, like, I just heard, like, all the drunk hollers, the "woo," and, I got, like, a case of the FOMO, right? I
Mhm.
was like, "Man, all these people out here having fun, and I'm just inside just being like a homebody, whatever." So I go out and actually ran into some people, we got along, and then I just started rolling with them for a while. Um, and then, we started getting to drugs, alcohol, like, fornicating, like, just everything that's not of God, right? Everything to go against his will for us. And, I think, like, what it was is I think God essentially had to break me down to my lowest to show me a perspective from him, right?
Mhm.
Like, okay, I remember, like, I even told one this actually told both of them this, but, I'm not gonna go too deep into detail, but, there it got to a point where I started, like, seeing stuff, right? I started seeing, like, figures in my room,
Like demons and
right?
stuff.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
like, and the thing is, like, I've never had demons, right? But I'm pretty sure I've been around them, like, because of the lifestyle I was living
Well,
out.
how you know you never had demons?